Yo, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. I know you're about to scroll. You're about to scroll. You need to lock in, and I'm giving you guys an active trade recap. Okay. I'm currently in a trade as we're speaking. Okay. And I'm gonna give a rundown of what I saw on the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, all the way up until my entry. Okay. So to start, today news, nothing of interest. Okay. So we can expect either consolidation or just clean moves on the day. Okay. Tomorrow unemployment, but let's not talk about that. That's not important. Okay. Talk about today. So, um, let's get rid of today's candle. That is not today's candle. That was what the fuck? Select date. Select. Okay, sorry, that was the weekly, man. I'm a dumbass. All right. Let's get into this. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so looking at the. Sorry, why is it not in sync? Hello. Cut that out of the way. Hello. Interval time. Right. This is gonna work. Okay. I need this to work because it's gonna mess with my OCD and I really don't like it. Um, replay, start new, go away. Okay, there we go. So coming into the day on the daily, we saw that we had an SMT at these daily lows. Okay, this was Monday's low. We sweep it. Sorry, we failed to sweep it on NQ and we sweep it on ES. Okay, so overall we failed to close below it as well. Take the high. Take the low of it, sorry, and we move on higher from this is yesterday's candle, right? So I'm already coming into the market with a quite a bullish bias. Okay. On the 4 hour, man, I hate how it does this shit. Uh, okay, let's just go on here. On the 4 hour, we don't really see anything being produced of importance. Let's actually just skip into the next candle. Yeah, nothing really inspiring. We can actually go on to the next one as well. Right, apart from just don't imagine this reaches up to here, okay? Basically, we can see that we're disrespecting bearish PD arrays, okay? So and we've got a bullish 4 gap that price may tap into, which it does here, okay? So we're disrespecting bearish PD arrays now. We got this bearish Vivaldi gap, we're moving through it, we're displacing through it. Here it's getting respected, but this was yesterday's action. Boom, now we're starting on today's action, okay? So this was Monday's. Monday was the decline. Tuesday makes the lower of the week, and then we rally on higher. Okay. The 1 hour doesn't really provide anything useful in my eyes. Okay, it didn't really provide anything useful on both of the assets. It's just kind of chopping around. But yeah. Okay, cool. Now on the 50-minute, we can see. Let's have a look at midnight opening and London. So we can see the midnight opening price. We move lower before continuing higher, which is exactly what we want to see in a bullish market. We want to see price moving lower, okay, before moving higher. Okay, now does that. We do not have London create anything of importance here. Okay, this is a London session. We don't really see anything important, right? Not to me anyway. Apart from the fact that we could classify this as Asia lows being swept out by London. Okay, that's the only thing that I could see in the market. Okay, other than that, London doesn't really do anything of importance. Okay, so from this point, I was thinking this could be London reversal and New York continuation. Okay, London takes our Asia session lows and it rallies on higher. This could also be where London, if London does not do anything of importance, we see New York manipulate lower and then continue on higher, right? Given that we are still looking in the bullish context, sorry, okay? Now looking back on the 4 hour, let's just quickly get rid of that candle. I would like to see this bullish order block get respected, which is this candle here, okay? So let's actually just, to make this a little bit cleaner, let's just do this. So we were around here this time, okay? And I wanted to see price maybe pull back into this bullish order block and then continue on higher, okay? It would be nice, but it's not necessary, okay? This is just confirming bullish price action for me, okay? And then back on the daily, at this point here, let's actually just snip this. and let's do 1 hour. So what was happening is I thought that there was going to be an SMT at these highs. So let's just quickly look. Skip through, hurry up. Oh shit, that's a bit too quick. Fuck's sake. Let's just do the 4 hour. Actually, a 3 hour candle will do. Okay, there we go. So at this point, I thought that we might have an SMT lower on ES, in which obviously it would shift my bias a little bit towards the downside, right? Because we're still in this gap. And here, obviously, we sweep through it, but that doesn't end up happening, which is completely okay. Okay. Now, looking here, this hourly fair value gap to me was really important, right? Why was it important? Well, because it was the one that forms pre-New York. Okay. So it also gave me the conditional bias, right? So if we displaced through it, okay, like this, like just tank down, let me actually get the path. If we just went, say like this, and then just went like that, I'm looking for shorts, right? Because we're displacing through an hourly high time frame PD array, okay? But if price goes like this, then obviously we're looking for longs, right? However, fun fact, guess what? Price doesn't even reach this, and that's completely okay. That's completely okay. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Now, when market opens, I think I deleted the possible chart I did. No, I did not. Okay, good. So let's go on the market open. Let's see what happens. So skip. New York opens, and what happens? We have a massive rally. Okay, we have a large rally, right? This my trade setup idea was, let's get the space and look. Boom. Right. Nope. Nope, still nothing, still no bearish close. Still no bearish close. There we go. So this was my displacement leg, okay? And I was looking at the 50%. And if we go down into, I think it's the 1 minute. Is it a 1 minute gap? Nope. It's the 5 minute. It's literally the 5 minute. I was expecting a retracement and then maybe a continuation. But what happens, price doesn't actually reach this whatsoever. If anything, we actually see price just chopping in this area. Okay, so let's just quickly show you guys. Price just kind of chops around in this area. Okay, and it does nothing. So what did? I avoided this trade idea. Goodbye. Avoided it. Okay. ES was rushing way higher than NQ. Okay, so we can see here a little bit chop, but we start getting movement at this point. Okay. So you finally break out of this chop on ES. Okay. And here I was thinking there might be an SMT, right? Because we just swept, we reached a 15-minute gap, and I was thinking there might be an SMT. Okay. So yeah, given that there was a possible SMT at this point, right? Obviously, this is now looking in hindsight. I know there's not an SMT, but at the time when you're reading the market, you want to be reactive, okay? And so I was looking for maybe a change of the state delivery at this point, and I would have been taking shorts, okay? That ends up not playing through, okay? It would have been nice, seeing as this is starting to reach around lunch hour, and we could have went back into this hourly gap, for example, and close it in this one as well. But I just doesn't end up happening, and that's completely okay, right? I'm not fussed about it. Now on ES, let's show where I was actually interested in taking this long. Okay, so let's just skip through a little bit. We skip through lunch. Okay, we are now in lunch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now what happens here? This is our sorry, my phone's going off. Okay. So what we have here is this is like a bit of a consolidation. We break out and we reach this internal liquidity. Okay. Now, I like the look of it. Why? Here we have this gap, right? Let me show you all the time frames. Okay. If it loads. Can we see on every single time frame that gap is holding? Okay. That gap is holding. There's nothing weird about it. The gap is being held on every single time frame. Okay, I was really interested in this, and I was waiting on the first bearish close. No change. So yeah, that's my displacement leg. Okay, what I was looking for was, since we hit internal liquidity, we'd have some sort of retracement back into external. Now, what was my external liquidity? it was 1 minute lows, right? 1 minute equal lows right here stacked. Okay, there was definitely going to be sell stops at this point, right? So that's what I was looking for. And yeah, that was literally it. I removed the NQ limit for this buy order because I thought price may actually want to retrace back, but it ends up not doing it. And we see a New York AM rally and then the New York PM continuation of the rally. Okay, so we continue on moving higher. So we are very, very bullish. Okay. What happens first is absolutely fucking appalling. So let me actually show you guys. We're just chilling, we don't break it yet. And this candle is where we get entry, right? That's in speech, that's like in quotations. Why? My margin was too high for this trade, okay? So we would have been entered at this point, but we didn't, and that's completely okay. So what I ended up doing is I just ended up reducing the amount of contracts that we had on this trade, and then we got entered on the second hit into the gap, which was there, right there. Super duper high, right? Pause. Does it run down? There we go. I think it was this one. That was definitely the one. Okay, so let me actually get out of the replay. So what happens is we've got some nice price action. Right. So let me actually just journal with you lot. So basically what I did here is when we broke this high, this is a 7 contract trade. So when we broke this, I took off 3. Actually, no, I'm lying. When we made this gap at this point here, I took off position. Why? Because we broke that swing high. Okay. And then when it retraced in here, we had through this burst, I took off another 2. Okay, so that's 4 contracts taken off total. And now my last contracts are runners and my stop loss is at break even. Okay, so you guys are actually gonna watch me do the trade. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pause the video here and I'm gonna come back when I have more news on the trade. Okay, I think I might move my stop loss to this intermediate low, which it seems like I might just do it now. Okay, very cool. Cool beans, cool beans. But yeah, I'll get back to you lot when I get more information on my trade. Just to quickly unpause the video, I've trailed my take profit to this buy side liquidity, the 1 hour high. Let me show you lot. Nope, not. I think it's a 15-minute high actually. Let's check. Yeah. Oh, wait, what the fuck have I just moved it to? Okay, there we go. That's what I'm going to move it to. I'm trailing it to there. Price doesn't hit it, then that's completely okay, and I'm fine with it. I'm literally in a rush. I want to mark out this premium target, right? Because it's above. Let's see if price has already reached into it. Okay, it hasn't. So I might actually move into that order block. Since we only got 1 contract left, I don't really want to take the P. If we push past it, then obviously, to be fair, you know what? I'm not being greedy. I'm gonna leave the take profit where it was. I'm not gonna move it whatsoever. Okay, we're staying patient, calm, cool, and collected in this trade. Okay, I'll be back when I get even more info. All right, I'm back, and after a little Tesco walk and some shopping, we hit full TP, which is beautiful stuff. Okay, so total trade recap. Let's just quickly talk about what I put down in my lessons that I learned. So coming into the day, the bias was clear and correct, right? So we came in bullish initially, and the market held bullish, which is great. I didn't force any trades, right? So I was looking to be as conditional as possible. The market in the morning didn't offer anything for me, right? We just see a massive pump, and that's completely fine. So what do? I waited until the afternoon, okay? I waited till the afternoon. I was very patient, okay? And I'm actually, like, low-key, genuinely, I'm actually really enjoying the fact of being patient because it's showing that like I'm doing something correct, you know? Like it is really nice to see patience working out, you know, letting the market come to you rather than you jumping ahead. Okay. I was also correct in reading the possible, let's just go back down. The London reversal taking out Asia lows and we rally on higher, and then we get New York AM open. Where is it? New York AM open. yeah, the continuation high. We get a little retracement into this order block, and then we rally on higher. Okay. My risk management on this trade was good. So basically, let me just kind of go through it with you lot. So we had, obviously we get tapped in here because we missed this entry, and that's gonna be fine. So when price rallied above this swing high, we formed an intermediate low by tapping into the 5-minute gap. So I took partials off, and then stop loss was put there. And then as we continued on higher, my stop loss just remained here, and I was just taking contracts off. Okay, I took off an additional contract here, right? Because we had a bearish close candle at like quite the high part of the bearish range. And since obviously we are bullish, I was quite confident that we would obviously break through and fill it in, okay? Or at least fill it in, you know? But yeah, that's that for the trade today. If you're interested, there's the contracts being taken off. This is all today, yeah. So 40 and then 20 and then 50 at the end, okay? That's that. I hope you guys learned something from this, and you're not getting a backtesting session from me because it's too late. I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, I'd rather do forward testing than back testing. Back testing is something that you should only really be doing maybe, I guess, when you're either not taking a trade or something along those lines. So yeah, that's that. And I will see you lot for the next back test or the trade recap or whatever. Okay, take care.